Welcome, and thank you for joining for another whiskey review. Today, we're taking a look at the Bunnahabhain 12 Cask Strength. 2025 edition comes in at 56.4% ABV, and they wrote it big enough I can see it. Dustin, 2022 was legend.
Yes.
21 was not that great. 23 was good whiskey. 24, they decided to forget to release it, and here we are, 2025.
Said they gave us 3,000 bottles of a 21-year-old?
Maybe.
I still love the shape of that bottle. It never gets
Love
old.
it. I love the shape of Bunnahabhain bottle. I always did.
Do you remember when we found those Bunnahabhain 18s that really had 23, 24-year-old whiskey?
Oh, yeah, the black box one.
I miss those.
Before they went blue boxing.
I miss those so
Usually
much.
I like blue in anything, but not in that case. All right, 2025 edition. We know this is a whiskey that we're fans of as far as bang for your buck. And I know a lot of you guys out there watching are as well.
It's back in black, Mike. Look at that. Beautiful.
Were they a different color before? I thought
No,
it's
it's back in black.
That's
It's back and in black. Like always.
There we go, Dustin. All right, so really dark whiskey for 12 years.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I've always said Bunnahabhain does their regular 12-year release as good as any really major distillery. They have a really solid, rock-solid 12-year-old whiskey. All right, back to business. Back to this Bunnahabhain 12. I tell you what, lovely, sherry, nutty. I mean, they give you the basics right here in the thing. They always say sherry, nutty, unpeated, which I don't know what unpeated smells like, other than there's not smoke in the whiskey.
They just want to remind you that this is the inferior version of Bunnahabhain, despite their master distiller's obsession with unpeated.
Just so you know it's unpeated. I know it's Isle. I know it seems strange, and it does.
So,
But a beautiful nose in this one, all kidding aside.
I mean, you get that. It's like ginger, slight cocoa, a little bit. The one thing, it's kind of starting to get, ever since they kind of went away from the older stuff, the newer 12s, they kind of have this metallic flint matchstones, which sometimes can be good. Sometimes it seems a little young, but you don't get that as much on this. This is definitely good cask. They use good cask.
This is another thing where 56.5 or 56, whatever it is, 56.4, it's so easy to smell. It smells just alcohol-free almost.
Yeah.
Beautiful sherry. Again, I said before, nuttiness. Those two things are just so predominant right away, which are usual staples for this distillery in general.
Separating this one from other ones for me, though, is I'm getting distinct raspberry jam on here.
Blackberry, too.
You get that acidity with it. And the other beautiful thing is it's actually very low on nuttiness for Bunnahabhain, which has never been my favorite part of their profile. So yes, it's still got some nuttiness. It's still Bunnahabhain, but it's less of it, a little more chocolate.
Well,
it's right up my alley.
Yeah, I mean, I think the sherry component here is pretty strong. I think the nuttiness is pretty on par with a lot of them. I think it's pretty similar to the last couple of 12 years. Maybe not.
Maybe we'll compare.
But the sherry notes are a little bit turned up compared to what they normally are in this one. To me, it's a rich, more decadent sherry. Some of them have been darker or something like that, but this is a very fun, sunshine.
This is fruitier, sweeter, more candied. Like the 22-year-old was dirty, dark, dank. This is sweet, fruity, candied in comparison.
A little more sunshine.
Caramel brownies.
A little bit caramel sweetness, yeah. I agree.
Okay.
Caramel toffee, something like that, Keith. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, and that again, that's not the Bunna 12 traditionally that we've been getting. That usually gives us a little bit more, to Keith's point, a little bit of that minerality. We've been getting more on the butterscotchy side, not the caramel side.
Okay,
It's actually a very
that,
strong butterscotch note.
It's here, but again, the other ones were more focused on that. This one's got caramel and butterscotch kind of commingling.
Yeah, this is good.
Dude, I think there's honey in here, too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, a little natural honey for sure.
Like a good honey.
Yeah, rich. It's a good component of the sherry note.
Yeah, and also there's a nice toasted oak note on the finish as well.
This is another good one.
This is very good, actually.
Yeah, I'm going to dive in here.
There's nothing like a good Bunnahabhain sherried cask strength. I do enjoy this distillery. We had a couple of misses on some of the face shields that Dustin and I had recently. A little red fruit heavy. But I tell you what, this is a good staple. This is another good bang for your buck whiskey.
Oh my God. That is my profile for sherry. This is not what they've been giving us on some of the other Bunnas. Not that they were bad sherry, but this is my profile. It's a little more fruity. It's a little sweeter. And then it lingers on the finish better too, while giving a nice rich density. Oh man. Chocolatey. Excellent Bunna. This is what I've been wanting from a Bunna 12 since the very first release. It's not the best, but it's my favorite way of doing it.
I tell you what, I love the quick, bitter chocolate finish as soon as you swallow. You get that nice little big chocolate swell. This has everything that you want to have in this component of a whiskey. Now, I know in my mind, I generally go back to 2022. Is it better? Probably not, but it's a different whiskey. Mm-hmm. It's a brighter whiskey, more candied, more fruit, more sugary, confectionery brightness with this one as compared to the darker 22. This is doing everything it should do. Mm-hmm. Bright, honeyed, snapping sherry, along with the nutty note, mouth coating, almost syrupy in its sherry delivery here at the end. Nice long finish, good ABV to drive it, a little bit of spice. Keith, what'd I miss?
So, man, this is really good. It reminds me of a better version almost of the really good Macallan 10 cast strengths back in the day.
There is a nice chocolate cherry note to it.
More so, it's that flint lock, and you get that ginger, but then all the other good sherry notes. But man, you said the dark chocolate and then espresso with a little bit of oakiness. Man, caramel, vanilla, marshmallow, just
I missed the dark chocolate note. That's a big factor
super.
here.
I missed the ginger. Too. And I missed the ginger. And you said that before, and I just walked right over that ginger.
I don't pick ginger up real well. So I don't.
I mean, the type of note that it is, I usually focus on some of the darker notes, but yeah, no, that's a lighter note to pick up. But he's right; it's absolutely there. So again, another thing that another whiskey that it has a few components going on. I dare say, of all the Bunna 12 cast strengths, is this the most complex?
Might be.
I'll say this: this is the one I wanted. When they announced Bunna 12, this is what I wanted Bunna 12 cast strengths to be.
Dustin, I completely agree with you. How you think of what it should be in your mind, this is exactly what it is. Rich, high-end sherried maturation. Nuttiness, a little bit of spice, chocolate, cocoa. This is such a well-done.
I want in Bunna 12 cast strength, because it's a heavily sherried whiskey, I want it to be 65-70% sherry, and then the rest is the malt. I don't want the malt to be 50-50 when you're going with heavier sherry.
Agreed. That's
what Bunna 12 is it's a really nicely sherried whiskey,
The old Glendronachs back in the day, before when they were older.
Oh, I knew you were going to talk about Glendronach.
So I'm getting some of there was a Coco Lopez note that they mix a lot in a lot of like mixed drinks, like fruity mixed drinks, and it's something that I only ever picked out in those old school good Glendronachs, and I'm getting a little bit of that cocoa, obviously with all the dark chocolate, espresso, all the other stuff that we talked about. The little Coco Lopez.
I tell you what,
coconutty almost a little bit.
I love the chocolate note to this. I love the chocolate component to the sherry note. This 22, 23. 25. These have been incredibly great bang for your buck whiskeys. So I guess since we're on the topic of bang for your buck, what'd you pay for this, Dustin?
So I think it's just an exchange rate issue, but I'm not positive. But about $100 now. So I know 22 was like 75, $80. We're now about 100 now. So
this is right. I mean, I'm not gonna stand on a soapbox like I did with the 2022 and say this is the best bang for your buck whiskey of the year. I'd be shocked if it's different, but I wouldn't be stunned if this was the best bang for your buck year of whiskey in 2025.
At retail for sure.
For sure.
I would not be surprised if that has some older whiskey in it.
It does come off.
Wouldn't shock me at all.
Would not shock me.
And you know what? I think we said a similar thing in 02 or 22 and 23 both. But maybe it was just one of them.
Not 23.
Okay. So maybe we didn't, but I'm telling you, that's something it's regular. We say that about Bunnahabhain. But again, I'll go back to, I think they do a great job with the 12, so I feel like the 12 is really well aged for the style of whiskey that's compared to Macallan 12 or, say, Glenfiddich 12.
I think they went away, remember, because after the stuff was older, then they went like strictly, this is just 12.
Well,
and I think the product, suffered a little bit, so they might be trying to reverse back in the other to try and get some more of a whiskey enthusiast.
Well, look, if it's not sustainable, it's not sustainable.
And at the end of the day, it really comes down to they have casks.
Correct.
They can use, the accountants approve.
Yeah, if it's sustainable, it's sustainable. It's a lot more sustainable to do it in your releases where, like in 24, you don't necessarily have to have a release. But like if it works, it works. You know what I'm saying?
Well, having some option for us guys, they're more interested in.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Reeled in.
Oh, yeah. And these casks did well. There's no doubt about that, Keith.
The 22 clearly had older whiskey in it. That one's, there's just no question. This, it could just be the casks really just hit that beautiful spot.
Look, we all know when Bunna first came back, there were 25s and their 18s and their 12s. They definitely put an older whiskey, like Glendronach used to put an older whiskey. Now, I know, say, when the 18 went to the blue label, we all think it went right to the line, but maybe it didn't. You know what I mean? That is something that probably more than any other distillery, and again, this is just my assumption, I could be completely wrong, it feels like more Bunnahabhain releases feel older than their age statement than any other distillery. And that just could be the profile of the whiskey and a few other things they're doing, but it's always felt that way to me. Guys, thoughts? Anything?
Yeah, no, and I'm hearing the 18s have actually really improved in the last couple of years. And, sometimes it might not just be age, but, they mixed it up and they said, hey, we're going to do a different profile, and they figured out how to get the casks in the right, pick the right cask. Sometimes that's a challenge when you're going from using older stock and younger stock. Now you're like, well, how do I blend?
Well, and also, too, I mean, I think they look at it as holistically as how do we make this as profitable as humanly possible by make as many people happy as we possibly can and maximizing profit. So that wouldn't be burning through all your casks and it wouldn't be selling a bunch of cheap whiskey anyway, unless that was the only thing you could possibly do. It's got to be a mix to some degree.
Some distilleries have a different market. Just like your channel, your YouTube channel typically focuses on the higher end. I don't know if they're maybe kind of decided that they want to maybe go more that route.
Well,
the higher end.
Yeah, Bunnahabhain sold again, didn't it, to somebody else? I know it was a South African group that owned it, and they sold a couple of years ago to somebody.
I mean, they aren't driving prices up, though, for that purpose.
Keith, no, but they could have a different, goal as far as their end products.
Yeah.
That's all speculation.
Yeah, all speculation.
I mean, my gut feeling is...
conjecture.
My gut feeling is the master blender is just getting better at his job. I'm going to stay with that. That's generally the most likely thing is over time you just figure out your casks better. And they nailed what I like in sherry. Water here added a little bit more of the nuttiness, added a little bit more of the toasty oak notes. It brought a little more Bunna out.
It did.
And then about
some cereals.
Oh,
yeah. And then about 30 seconds later,
some barley sugar.
The sherry started coming back. It's doing a great job.
And then your vanilla, that sugary sweetness.
What nut do you like? What kind of nut do you think that nuttiness is? Is that like?
I don't want to jump off a cliff on that one. I've been asking myself that question for years.
It's just kind of like generic.
Even when I don't like, someday it'll come to me. I'll be somewhere at something.
Macadamia.
No, it's something.
It's like hazelnut if you took the hazelnut flavor out.
It feels regal to me, whatever it is, in an island sort of way.
It's a generic nut paste, Keith. It's just sort of.
Mike wants us to stop talking, Dustin.
I will come up with it at one point. No, just Dustin. Anyway, Dustin's bottle. We're gonna get to whiskey score time. Keith, go first. We'll go right in line as we have been doing.
Man, I wish I would have gave the Klein Leash 18 early in the last video a higher score because this is an 89 out of 100 for me. I really like this whiskey.
Agreed. This probably is my second favorite version of the 12, right behind the 22 and just in front of the 23. 23 was good too. I think we need to compare those, Dustin. I will give it an 89 as well. Dynamite. Just again, it's just a notch lower than the 22 or so. I agree with what Dustin said earlier. When I think Bunnahabhain 12 cask strength, cherry matured whiskey, this is exactly what I hope it tastes like on a good day. And it's been a good day.
Yeah. A good day. I've given a high 89s and I've given lows. This will be a low 89. Just it's great. I think it's excellent. A
low 89.
Low 89, yeah.
What does that mean?
Low 89.
It means I was thinking about an 88.
It was superfluous.
That's the score of someone who has a butler.
Ask Jeeves.
Fine, it's an 88 and a half.
Okay, Jeeves.
There you go. 88
go.
and a half. I'm going with a half just because of these two hecklers.
Jeeves going with 88 and a half.
Good day, sir. Grey Poupon. All right, Dustin, wrap it up. What do you want to think? Just 88 and that's it?
I said it's an 88 and a half.
Okay, well, that's it. All right, folks. We want to thank you for once again joining for another whiskey review, the 2025 version of Bunnahabhain 12 cask strength, one of our favorites, bang for your buck, whiskey of the year candidate. Dustin, are we safe to say that?
I think so.
All right. We'd like to know if you guys had this one, what you thought of it. Dustin, until next time, what do we wish the folks?
Happy drinking.
We'll see you then.